Do you sometimes think your Harley should come with more bits added to it as standard? Let's talk about it inside. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com and also the links in the description. So in this video I'm talking about your bike, whatever it is, but in this case a Harley Davidson. I'm on the Sport Glide here, as you know, and do you kind of sometimes wish that there was more bits and pieces added to it as standard? It actually came with more tech or more accessories? Well, I've just come from the local Harley dealership here, and I've got the 2020 parts and accessories catalogue. Oh, this is going to make a lovely bedtime reading for me. And I'm probably going to beat myself up for all the things that I really want on my bike, but I can't afford. And I'm sure you're in the same position as well. But how many of you actually are happy with the standard bike? And how many wished that your bike was something completely different? Now, obviously, we as bike riders, we always like to tinker with our bikes, and especially as Harley riders or, you know, whatever, we always like to have a little bit more on our bikes, let's say. We always like to add a little bit here and there. And over time, you know, our bike goes from the stock bike, as you can see right there, to something, well, possibly completely different. Now, I've always been a great believer in embracing technology and embracing the evolution of the motorcycling world. And sometimes you do feel that Harley Davidson are kind of stuck back there a little bit. Yes, they are evolving. Yes, they are moving forward a little bit, but they're hardly keeping pace with everybody else. And I sometimes wonder whether my Sport Glide here, the bike that I love so much, should actually have a little bit more than it already has, and at no extra cost to me. You see, here's one of the big things about Harley Davidson, especially, that their sales model, their marketing model has always been that they'll provide you with a base bike, and it's up to us as individuals to go and spend that extra money to make it our own. Don't you just love that phrase? However, critics of Harley Davidson and critics of Harley Davidson bikes would say, well, actually, I can go just down the road and pay a lot less for a lot more. Yes, you don't have the Harley badge. Yes, you don't have that Harley soul and the Harley lifestyle, but they're getting more bang for their buck, let's say. So why aren't we getting more on our bikes? Now, of course, accessorizing your bike is also part of the fun, isn't it? It is that essence of getting an individual bike. You've got a stock bike, but you're trying to customize it in a way that doesn't impact on its riding ability, riding comfort, let's say. You're just changing the aesthetics of that bike. You might do a few performance upgrades, but essentially it is still the same bike. We all like to do that, don't we? Now, my style of customization has always been very below the radar. I like to have a stealth bike, if you like. If I do a stage 1 or something like that, I don't really like to tell people about it. I don't really like to shout from the rooftops, hey, look at me, I've got a stage 4. I don't like to shout about it. I'd rather it was a bit more understated. Yeah. Now, obviously, everybody's different. So some people do like to be out there and showing it all off, and others a little bit less. But there's no doubt that some people will love a stock bike and other people won't. So where does this leave Harley Davidson? Should they produce better bikes with more technology? Should they abandon the air-cooled model and go completely liquid-cooled? Should they have a liquid-cooled engine that actually just looks like an air-cooled engine? I suppose I look at this from not only a riding point of view, a biking point of view, but also from a business point of view as well. I look at Harley Davidson as a company, and they're struggling. They have been struggling for a while now. Sales are down again. They're hoping that the Pan America and the Bronx are going to lift them up a little bit. The live wire, the Lowrider S was going to save the Softail market, but that may never happen. And it may never happen because of a fundamental flaw within the Harley Davidson model, is that their costs are too high and they're only producing motorcycles and parts, of course. Their business is not beyond motorcycling, so their unit costs are always going to be higher. Therefore, we're paying premium prices for a product that may not be premium. It's up to us to make it premium, and that all costs wonga. You know what I mean? So whilst I absolutely believe that Harley Davidson should be providing more on their bikes, I'm at a bit of a crossroads with them. I really don't know which is the best. Should they continue as they are and leave it up to us as the riders to invest our own money to make it our own? Or should they provide more? But the only way that they can provide more is by increasing their base prices, which isn't going to please anybody. How are Harley Davidson going to do this, and how are they going to compete with other manufacturers who are producing arguably better bikes with better technology for reduced prices? That's a tough one. There's no doubt that if you buy a Harley, you know what you're getting into. You know the lifestyle, you know it is about adding bits to it, customizing it. In fact, let's face it, that is the big draw, that is the big fun of it. I've had so much fun researching this bike, researching all the ins and outs, all the possibilities. If I'd bought a Suzuki sports bike, I probably wouldn't be doing that. I'd probably be doing something else, probably be losing my license. So I suppose this is over to you guys. What do you think of your Harleys? Do you think they need to up their game a little bit? But are you willing to pay the price, the increased premium? Or should Harley fight tooth and nail to produce better bikes, more technology, but reduce their prices? Can it be done? I'm not so sure. And I think the only way they would ever be able to do anything like that, which is kind of a dirty word really, but I will say it, is to reduce their labour costs. And the only way they're going to do that is to ship their production abroad. That's not going to please a lot of people in any quarters. As for me, well, my bike is still pretty much standard. I love it as it is. I am planning to do a few minor modifications to it, but I'm in no rush. I'm happy with the way it is. But I'm one person. There are thousands and thousands of riders all over the world who do the complete opposite to me. They will never have a standard bike. They'll start customizing it right from the word go. And fair play to them. That's the way it should be. But what about you? Are you going to spend more money on a bike that actually should already have this stuff on it? Or are you just going to accept it for the way it is, accept its little deficiencies, its foibles, let's say, and just embrace what it is and enjoy it? I think I'm in that camp. I would want more, but I'm not really prepared to pay the bigger prices, the higher prices. I just accept it for the way it is, do my own little thing, and ride on. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, leave those comments as I say. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com, and the links in the description. Let me know what you think about Harley Davidson base bikes. Should they come with a lot more tech on them? Should they be keeping up with the Joneses of this world? Should Harley Davidson change their overall strategy if they're gonna keep up with everybody else and survive in the future? Catch you again. Ta-da.